You know that gut punch when you think you've scored the ideal retreat, but there's a hidden venom waiting? That's what slammed into me and my wife Sophia when we settled in Pine Ridge, a picturesque riverside spot an hour from Seattle. I'm David Harper, an ordinary IT coder chasing a serene life. Sophia's always been razor-sharp, unflappable under fire, with this eerie talent for reading folks that can send shivers down your spine the good kind. She claimed to be in software engineering like me, or so I thought. For years into marriage, we fled city noise for this riverside beauty, a house with lawn dipping to the water, perfect for a canoe and some peace. Then Victoria Langford entered the picturesque 60-something tyrant with hair yanked tight as a drum and a grin that screamed, "Check your pockets." HOA boss, she micromanaged everything. Mailbox hues, lawn lengths, even curtain directions. No joke. The storm brewed on a cool May dawn. Sophia bought a glossy blue canoe for weekend floats, placed it on our grass facing the river, 25 feet from the edge. Picture perfect. I sipped coffee, mist rising, thinking we'd nailed it. Afternoon brought a taped letter on our door aggressive. Sophia's jaw tightened, hands quivered faintly as she read. Riverside visual harmony violation. $900 fine for our own land. She didn't rage. She gazed at the river, murmuring, "All I craved was calm." That shake? Alarm bells. Days turn weird. Victoria drove by thrice, phone camming. Sophia sidestepped windows, angling like a pro, avoiding sniper lines. She rigged cameras with surgical accuracy, mapping perimeters, eliminating shadows. "Better safe," she said. Felt like a fortress. More quirks. Door pauses, environmental sweepstrees, homes, streets in drilled sequence. Overheard Mrs. Rossi to Victoria. Sophia resembled Pacific Rim news ops figure. Told her. She froze, probed details, then phoned softly about exposure threats and security protocols. Escalation hit hard. Letters poured. Forest green door invalid. Tulips off list. River sits overuse. Fines topped $1,200. Midnight chainsaw. Our shading maple hacked. Pro cuts. Alien tires. Sophia sharpened. Consulted Mrs. Patterson with ancient HOA papers. Returned smug, like spotting a flaw in code. Patterson complained county-wide on rights. Emergency hall crammed. Victoria's PowerPoint. Our home invaded via lenses. Canoe demonized. Us lounged in Zoom. Rule breakers threatened peace, she intoned, implying dubious histories. Mrs. Patterson rose. This bullying's unprecedented, a canoe's no apocalypse. Victoria dismissed her as naive, hinting secret dangers. Sophia, immobile, hooked her laptop, projected unasked. Video. Victoria midnight prowling, phoning to drive them out, cost be damned. Room silenced. Then exploded. Victoria yelped privacy foul. Exiting, Mike Sullivan neared Sophia. Hellman 11 to 13? You pull me from hell. She nodded. I shadowed. Victoria raged on. Thick legal threat from Harlan and Partners. Sophia absorbed it blankly, handled. PI appeared, snapping house pics Mrs. Rossi tipped. Sophia unfazed, coded calls on breach control. PI ghosted. Victoria filed missing report. Suspiciously timely. Riverside, I demanded. Who are you truly? Not just code. Tears glistened. Deeds, locales. Could alter your view. Confession, DoD classified systems, unnamed deployments. Relocated for ordinary woes, but probes activate defenses. It fit. Intuition, alertness, tech magic, strategic home pick. Her reply letter, Fed laws versus ex-gov harassment. Firm fled. I saw her Victoria dossier. Banks, deeds, health files decades old. She'd lost huge to military suit. Birthing gov hatred symbolized her ruin. Weeks later, Victoria's bomb. 3 black SUVs, muscled enforcers, in badge fakes, her filming. Enforce compliance, boss boomed. Sophia courteous. Papers. Scanned. Common grounds only. Vacate private. Grabbed arm. She morphed lethal calm. Wallet out. Federal assault. 3 counts to doom. Opened. CIA badge flashed. Men petrified. Retreated. Sirens blared. Legit law. Feds rolled in. Victoria probed for fraud. Aftermath. Victoria unhinged. Authority calls. Media blasts on phony agents. I aided emailing pal Ryan, civil lawyer, with Sophia's filed $60K HOA skim via fakes. She mitigated, but it unraveled Victoria's thefts. Sophia struck. AG filings, IRS tips, press leaks. Posed as risk to retired intel. Board booted Victoria, bogus firm closed. Press meet. Sophia owned CIA info SEC history. I dropped fraud proof. Victoria cuffed on spot. She drew 18 months prison, payback. Pine Ridge reborn. Expert managers, clear books. Sophia advises. Canoe endures, flagged boldly. Yet, her nocturnal scans, cryptic talks. Ryan, insurers bolted her profile. Sunset chat, badge legit. Effect real. All engineered. Pause. Retirement varies. Perhaps monitoring deeper perils here. Ice veins, mission. Guarding against. Haven flourishes, shadows persist. Freedom fights bullies. What if the badge was bluff, skills lethal? Justice or vendetta? Victoria's fall fair? Comment. Sophia puppet master? Like if gripped, sub for shocks. You know that heart-dropping moment when your dream home reveals its dark underbelly, like a serpent in Eden? That's the bombshell that exploded on me and my wife Sophia when we planted roots in Pine Ridge, a breathtaking riverside enclave an hour outside Seattle. I'm David Harper, a straightforward IT specialist, hammering code and yearning for tranquility. Sophia has always been a force brilliantly composed, ice-cool in crises, with an intuitive read on people that borders on psychic, honestly chilling at times, but in the most admirable way. She said she was in software engineering, same as me, or that's what I bought. For years wed, we escaped urban frenzy for this riverside idyll, a cozy house with verdant lawn cascading to the water, ideal for a canoe and some soul-soothing downtime. Enter Victoria Langford, the 60-ish despot with hair pulled so taut it could slice steel and a smile laced with arsenic. As HOA overlord, she wielded rules like weapons dictating mailbox tones, grass millimeters, even hose orientations. Seriously, the nightmare ignited on a brisk May morning. Sophia acquired a vibrant blue canoe for leisurely river jaunts, positioning it on our turf aimed at the flow, roughly 25 feet from the bank. It was scenic perfection. I nursed coffee, fog dancing off the surface, convinced we'd struck gold. By afternoon, an envelope was plastered to our door, intimidating as hell. Sophia's jaw locked. Fingers betrayed a subtle shake as she recited, Riverside aesthetic disruption, $900 penalty on our private ground. She held back fury, eyes fixed on the horizon, whispering, peace was all I sought. That quiver? It echoed deep unease, unraveling everything I knew. The following days grew sinister. Victoria patrolled our street repeatedly, clicking photos from her vehicle. Sophia evaded direct window views, maneuvering with tactical finesse, as if trained for surveillance evasion. She deployed security cams with battlefield precision, charting entry points, erasing vulnerabilities. Preparation is key. She dismissed my queries. It screamed stronghold setup. I spotted further anomalies, hesitations at knocks, systematic vista scans foliage, residences, access roads in a ritualistic sweep. Then, eavesdrop chatter between Mrs. Rossi and Victoria. Sophia seemed straight from Pacific Rim operation broadcasts. Relaying it, she stiffened like stone, interrogating every word, later muttering into her phone about identification hazards and operational safeguards. The onslaught intensified. Barrage of notices. Our forest green door deemed unacceptable. Garden tulips not approved. Even riverside relaxation labeled excessive. Fines surged beyond $1,200. In the witching hour, chainsaw snarls at 2 a.m. Our majestic maple, our shade sanctuary, butchered with expert slices, tire prints foreign to the neighborhood. Sophia morphed into a honed blade, conferring with Mrs. Patterson 3 doors away, toting vintage HOA charters. She returned with a predatory grin, as if decoding an enemy's cipher. Patterson promptly filed a county grievance invoking foundational property freedoms. The crisis assembly hall overflowed. Victoria unveiled a damning slideshow, invasive shots of our abode, the canoe cast as villain, intimate captures of us by the water via long lens. Defiance imperil our serenity, she proclaimed with sanctimonious venom, alluding to questionable origins unfit for our haven. Mrs. Patterson stood defiant. This hostility is anomalous. A canoe isn't cataclysmic. Victoria rebuked her credulity, insinuating concealed perils that demanded vigilance. Sophia remained a statue, then boldly connected her laptop to the projector without leave. The screen lit with crisp footage. Victoria slinking under cover of night, cell phones scheming to eradicate them, no matter the expense. The audience went mute, then detonated in outrage. Victoria stammered defenses on intrusion. As we departed, Mike Sullivan sidled up to Sophia. If you operated in Hellman from 11 to 13, you were my lifeline in the inferno. She acknowledged with a nod, her expression etched with ghosts. Victoria's fury amplified. A voluminous missive from Harlan and Partners loomed with litigation vows. Sophia digested it without flinch, murmuring, "I'll take care of it." A private eye materialized, documenting our home from afar. Mrs. Rossi alerted us. Sophia showed no shock, initiating encrypted conversations on infiltration containment. Mere days on, the investigator evaporated. Victoria logged a disappearance. The convenience reeked of orchestration. By the river's edge, I cornered her. "Who are you beneath the surface?" This transcends coding. Tears brimmed in her eyes, the first crack in her armor. Actions I've taken, worlds I've navigated. They could shatter your perception of me. Her revelation: Department of Defense roles in shrouded programs, multiple tours in undisclosed locales. The relocation? A bid for mundanity. But inquiries awakened protective mechanisms. Suddenly, her gifts aligned. People decoding, perpetual vigilance, technological wizardry, our home's defensible layout. Her counterpunch was a masterstroke, invoking federal protections against targeting former government operatives. The law firm recoiled swiftly. Stumbling upon her Victoria compilation chilled comprehensive ledgers of finances, assets, ancient medical dossiers. She'd suffered a crippling defeat in a lawsuit against a defense contractor years prior, igniting a visceral loathing for authority figures. We embodied her nemesis. 3 tense weeks passed before Victoria unleashed her ultimate gambit. 3 ominous SUVs rolled up, disgorging hulking community enforcers in quasi-official garb, Victoria capturing the spectacle on her device. Executing compliance, the leader thundered with faux authority. Sophia, courteous yet steel-edged, "Documentation, please?" She perused the folder deliberately. "This authorizes communal zones alone. You're trespassing on deeded land. Retreat." When one seized her arm, she transformed eyes predatory, posture lethal. From her pocket emerged a leather wallet. "You're assaulting a federal operative on sovereign property. I'll count to 3 before this escalates to career-ending federal scrutiny." She revealed it, a CIA badge, emblem blazing in the sun. The trio blanched, hands dropping, backing away in panic. Sirens pierced the air, genuine police and federal agents converged, interrogating Victoria for law enforcement masquerade. In the fallout, Victoria spiraled into obsession, flooding agencies with accusations of counterfeit officials, bombarding media with conspiracy claims. In a misguided attempt to assist, I forwarded documents to my old college friend Ryan, a civil rights attorney, including Sophia's HOA dossier, irrefutable proof of $60,000 embezzled through bogus invoices and family siphons. Sophia navigated the breach with calculated fury, but the exposure accelerated Victoria's downfall. She launched a covert offensive: submissions to the Attorney General on fiscal misconduct, IRS alerts on tax evasion, curated tips to investigative reporters. She reframed the narrative as a vulnerability to a retired intelligence asset, elevating it to national security stakes. The HOA swiftly deposed Victoria. Her sham enforcement outfit was dismantled by regulators. At our Porch press conference under clear skies, Sophia affirmed her CIA tenure in threat analysis and data security. I laid bare the embezzlement evidence bank trails, sham contracts, email chains. Reporters swarmed. Victoria, lurking, was hauled away by waiting feds, her whistleblower facade crumbling amid her own criminal probe. Victoria was handed 18 months in federal lockup for theft and witness tampering, mandated to reimburse every cent. The judge decried her as a trust betrayer whose escalation sealed her fate. Pine Ridge transformed. Professional oversight, open ledgers, rules streamlined for livability over nitpicking. Sophia joined the advisory panel, her efficacy undeniable despite lingering whispers. Our canoe remains defiantly on the grass, adorned with the small stars and stripes as an emblem of resilience. Yet, tranquility eludes me. Sophia's midnight vigils, her eyes methodically patrolling the perimeter, her hushed calls and coded lingo they hint at layers unpeeled. Ryan confided. Insurers reviewed her background and bolted like it was toxic. I've never seen capitulation that swift. One twilight on the porch, river gleaming. I pushed. Was the badge authentic, or just theater? She met my gaze, a mix of sorrow and enigma. You witnessed its power. Pressing further. Did you architect this entire saga? The camera's perfect placement, my slip, with the file, the PI's vanishing act? Silence stretched, ducks gliding across the water. Finally, Victoria aired gravely. She equated retirement with vulnerability. But some retirees select seclusion because they've mastered their craft, earning the option to step back or to observe. Perhaps Pine Ridge wasn't random. Maybe I'm tasked with monitoring subtler threats, ensuring petty despots like her don't mask graver dangers. My blood iced. What threats? What are you shielding us from? Her hand squeezed mine, steady as ever. A world where folks can display a canoe without fear, where corruption and bullies don't crush spirits. That's enough for now. But is it? The community blooms spotlucks, gardens, engaged neighbors, but her secrets gnaw, leaving me wondering if my wife is guardian or ghost from a shadowed past. In the end, standing against tyrants isn't just about one canoe. It's battling for the soul of freedom in your own backyard. But what if the badge was a masterful fake, her skills the true weapon? Was this righteous takedown or ruthless overreach? Did Victoria's destruction cross into cruelty, or was she a monster deserving every blow? Comment below. Do you think Sophia orchestrated the whole chaos from day one, playing us all like pawns? Was she a hero or a hidden manipulator? Hit like if this gripped you, and subscribe for more mind-bending revelations that make you question everything.